Ryan Giggs is Manchester United's all-time leading appearance maker and is the most decorated British footballer. Recently he was also the manager of Manchester United, the only club he has ever played for. But there are some things about the Welsh wing wizard that not many are aware of. Here are lesser-known facts about Ryan Giggs. His father was a rugby player and so was he during his schooling. Danny Wilson, his father, was a rugby union player who played for Cardiff RFC and even represented Wales in the Rugby League. So it was no surprise to see where his athleticism and agility came from. But something you might not know was that apart from football, Giggs also played rugby union at schoolboy level. Thankfully for Manchester United, he turned his attention toward football after that. Before fully committing to soccer, Ryan Giggs played rugby in school and was quite talented, drawing on his father's influence and sporting skills. However, his exceptional football abilities soon became evident, and he eventually focused solely on soccer and joining Manchester United's youth academy at a young age. His early experience with rugby may have contributed to his agility, balance, and stamina on the soccer field, qualities that became trademarks of his playing style. Played at Manchester City's School of Excellence before signing for United. Ryan Giggs' early footballing years were actually spent at Manchester City's School of Excellence. This might surprise many given his legendary status at Manchester United. Born in Cardiff, Wales, Giggs moved to Manchester at a young age. His talent was recognized by Manchester City scouts, and he was signed to their youth academy. He showed great promise as a young player, but his time at City was brief. Sir Alex Ferguson, the legendary manager of Manchester United, saw the potential in young Giggs. On Giggs' 14th birthday, Ferguson visited him at home and offered him the chance to join United's youth ranks. The offer was too good to refuse, and Giggs made the switch to United, marking the beginning of an illustrious career. Played for England schoolboys but couldn't have played for senior side. Although Giggs was born in Cardiff to Welsh parents, his move to England meant that his schooling was in England and was thus eligible to play for England schoolboys. Not only did Giggs play for them, but he also captained them. However, since both his parents were Welsh, he couldn't have played for England at the senior level. The England schoolboys team represents England in youth football at an under-18 level. Eligibility for this team is based on the school a player attends, not necessarily their place of birth or nationality. Since Giggs attended school in Manchester, he was eligible to play for England schoolboys. Given his Welsh heritage, Giggs chose to represent Wales at the senior international level, where he had a long and successful career. He wasn't always called Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs, a name synonymous with Manchester United and Welsh football, wasn't always the name he was born with. His birth name was Ryan Joseph Wilson. He adopted the surname Giggs at the age of 16 when his mother remarried. Giggs's journey to becoming a footballing legend began at a young age. He joined Manchester United's youth academy at 14 and quickly rose through the ranks. His debut for the first team came in 1991, and he went on to become one of the most iconic players in the club's history. Ryan Giggs, the Welsh wizard, will forever be remembered as one of the greatest footballers of his generation. His impact on Manchester United and Welsh football is immeasurable. He was named PFA Young Player of the Year at the end of his first full campaign. After signing his first professional contract on his 17th birthday, Giggs made his first appearance for United in the Old First Division on March 2, 1991. He finished his first senior campaign with 2 appearances and a goal. But in his first full season, he was a regular fixture as he scored 4 goals and helped United finish second in the league. He also won his first senior trophy, the League Cup, against Nottingham Forest, and was named PFA Young Player of the Year at the end of his first full campaign. His outstanding contributions led to him being named the PFA Young Player of the Year, a testament to his exceptional talent and impact on the team. This early success marked the beginning of a legendary career for Ryan Giggs, who would go on to become one of the greatest players in Manchester United's history. He has never been sent off for Manchester United. Ryan Giggs, a legendary figure in Manchester United's history, is renowned for his incredible longevity and consistency throughout his career. One remarkable aspect of his time at the club is that he was never sent off in a competitive match for Manchester United. This is an extraordinary feat, considering the physicality and intensity of the Premier League and other competitions. Giggs was known for his discipline and professionalism. He rarely engaged in verbal altercations with referees or opposing players, and he always maintained a calm demeanor on the field. Due to his skill, sportsmanship, and longevity, Giggs was widely respected by his peers. This respect may have contributed to opponents being less likely to provoke him or engage in physical confrontations. Giggs had an extramarital affair with his brother's wife. Ryan Giggs, the former Welsh football legend who spent his entire playing career at Manchester United, became embroiled in a scandal involving an extramarital affair with his brother's wife, Natasha Giggs. The affair made headlines in 2011 and led to significant public and media scrutiny. The affair reportedly started when Natasha and Ryan first met in 2003, and it is believed to have continued until 2011 when it became public. Natasha was married to Rhodri Giggs at the time, and they had 2 children together. Despite the affair, she continued to stay married to Rhodri for a period after the affair was exposed. The affair came to public attention in 2011 when it was revealed in a British newspaper, The News of the World, which ran an exclusive story with details about the relationship. He wasn't allowed to speak to journalists until he was 20. Ryan Giggs' early career at Manchester United was closely managed, particularly when it came to his interactions with the media. This was largely due to his youth, his emerging status as a football prodigy, and the desire of both Manchester United and Giggs himself to maintain a level of control over his public image. One of the more unusual aspects of his early years as a professional footballer was that he was not allowed to speak to journalists until he was 20 years old. Sir Alex Ferguson, who became United's manager in 1986, was very careful about managing the media in general, and he took a special interest in how Giggs was portrayed. Ferguson, who had seen the negative impacts of media attention on other young players in the past, did not want Giggs to be overwhelmed or distracted by the press at such an early stage in his career. There was a strong desire to shield him from the pressure and scrutiny that could affect his development as a player.